This is John Young from the Disc Jockey News and Disc Jockey News TV. It's Wednesday night, it is lighting night, and I have got Will from Blizzard, and Will is going to walk us around the LDI booth, because you guys have got an awesome booth here at the show.
Thanks, John. I don't think I can match your enthusiasm, and I can't see anything with these glasses with the stickers on, but it's great to be here. Thanks for taking the time to stop by. Just going to go through the booth real quick.
Yeah, let's do it, because people would love to check out the new stuff, and you've got some new stuff here at the show.
A bunch of new stuff.
Let's start here and take us around. What do we got?
Excellent. Well, a lot of people already know about the Skybox EXA. It's our flagship uplighting fixture, event lighting fixture. It's got a lithium-ion battery in it. It's wireless DMX right out of the box, and we've had this for around a year. We're now also offering them in a white case. It's a nice gloss painted white case. We also now have them with a WDMX option. For those of you that don't know what WDMX is, it's another wireless DMX protocol, very, very stable. It uses what's called a frequency hopping spread spectrum technology. Basically what that means for you is longer range, very, very low dropout, and no one can steal your signal.
Exactly.
It's paired to the transmitter. Every fixture is paired directly to the transmitter, so you can't get any interference.
That's really a big thing.
Yep.
One of the cool things I like about this, I mean, there's a lot of cool things, but I really, really appreciate the power content.
Yeah, it is nice. It really makes it so if people trip over the cords, they're not kicking them out. They're very, very strong, really durable. It gives you the fixture linking right on the back. Obviously, you can chain a ton of them together. It makes it super easy to charge them too. In the charging, we do offer charging cases for these, and they all have power cons too. You just plug them in, and you let them sit for 4 to 6 hours. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
We also have the Skybox Chroma over here. We introduced this at the DJ Expo in Atlantic City, and it's been super popular. Very different, very unique fixture.
Yeah.
It's basically the Skybox EXA. You have 6 of the 6-in-1 RGB AW plus UV LEDs in the top. You have an additional 3 inside the acrylic, and we've got some running behind us so you can see what it does. Basically what it allows you to do is it allows you to change the entire color of the fixture and the output, and you can do that together or separately.
Oh, nice.
So say you were doing a wedding that's pink and white. You could have the output be pink for the accent lighting. You have the fixtures glow white or whatever color you wanted.
Nice.
And these also have the wireless DMX built in and the long life lithium-ion battery.
Yeah.
They also do an IR remote too, which you can get for them.
Sweet, and you can control both colors with the IR remote.
Correct.
Wow,
Yeah.
very nice.
And then we have the Control 6 Skywire here, which is a great controller for all this stuff. It'll do 16 fixtures of 12 channels or 32 fixtures of 6 channels. So you can set these all up on a single channel, or you can do up to 32 different combinations with the 6-channel fixtures. Super easy to use. It's set up for red, green, blue, amber, white, and UV right away. So you're ready to rock with that. It's got wireless DMX built right into it.
Nice.
One more fixture in our wireless event uplighting arsenal that's brand new. This is the Skybar EXA. So same LEDs as the Skybox, the 6-in-1 red, green, blue, amber, white, and UV LEDs. You can see there's 12 of them here in a bar. This also has a built-in lithium-ion battery, built-in wireless DMX, PowerCon input-output. It's got the same LCD control panel. It is IR controllable as well. And these are outstanding, tons of output. They're very, very well built. This is brand new, and we're just releasing these here at LDI. We do have these in stock too, which is awesome. Moving right along.
This stuff is cool here, but now we're going to get to the really
the very cool
stuff.
Exactly.
Because for those of us who do some uplighting, this is kind of cool. But let's get to the
All right, cool. Okay, so now we're up on the truss here. This is where most of the fun takes place. You're looking at the G70 moving head spot. This is a fixture that we just released at the DJ Expo and has been incredibly popular. It's an excellent, excellent moving head spot. It uses a hybrid LED light source. It's actually 7 10-watt Osram LEDs that are coupled together with optics to give you 70 watts of output. But the thing about the 70 watts is that it looks more like a 150 watt LED from even like 12 months ago. It's extremely bright. The aperture on the fixture is also extremely wide, so you get a huge, huge wide beam. It does have 2 gobo wheels. The first one is rotating and indexing, and they're all replaceable. It's a really nice large gobo image also, so if you do custom gobos, they're going to be very clear and accurate because there's a larger projection surface. It has a color wheel that I think it's 11 colors plus open, and one of those colors is a true UV dichroic.
Oh wow!
So you can get a UV color out of that. Actually, I think you're going to see that here in a minute. Very, very quiet fixture. It has a color LCD control panel on it. It's all menu based. So kind of like a smartphone. PowerCon input and output on that as well. It's a rubberized plastic housing, really rugged, and it doesn't get fingerprints on it, and it's just very well made. We have road cases that are dual road cases that fit these guys as well. And the price point on this map is $1,000. It's a lot of light for not a ton of money.
Wow.
Right
Very
next
nice.
to it there,
Let's go to the right, yep.
you'll see the blockhead. This is just a slick fixture. There are 25 15-watt Osram 4-in-1 LEDs in that fixture. Red, green, blue, white. They have a very narrow beam angle of about 8 degrees, and every single LED on there is pixel mappable. So as many channels as you have available, and that's one limitation. The only other one is your imagination. You can do letters, numbers, symbols, patterns, and a lot of those are already built in. There's an entire alphanumeric alphabet built in. There's also a ton of different chase patterns, and there's some really, really sexy stuff. One of the other things you might notice once they start moving again, and hopefully they will, they're infinite pan and tilt. So you don't just have 540 degrees of pan, you don't just have 270 degrees of tilt. These will keep spinning in any direction as long as you want them to, as long as you pay your electric bill. These are available now. These are obviously a bit of, like, more of a production piece. And of course now it's just sitting here doing nothing.
Yeah,
you know?
well, it's smiling for the camera.
The talent never plays nice. Yeah.
Gets shy. But
they are sexy, sexy fixtures. With a little bit of haze in the air, you get a really cool table of light out of them that is just incredible. And they're very smooth movement, 3-phase stepper motors in this. Just a great fixture. Maybe it'll decide it wants to play more later. But you can see there's the infinite pan and tilt and some of the built-in programs as well.
so smooth. Just
very
so smooth.
Yeah, and they do go quite a bit faster too.
Yeah.
Moving along to the right, this guy that you're going to look at here, this is the Torrent Streak. This is a brand new fixture as well. This is a 75-watt luminous LED that, again, performs more like about a 200-watt LED that was available even like last year. This is a glass optic LED beam fixture. So when you think of conventionally sourced beam fixtures, you think of things like the Sharpie. Well, this is the LED equivalent. It is razor sharp. It's got a 2-degree beam angle. And it is a broad beam. Once it turns around, you're going to see that the aperture on it is about 5 inches. So it's a fat but razor sharp tight beam. This has a fixed gobo wheel. It has an 8-facet prism, which is just an awesome effect. It's bidirectional rotating on the prism. It does have a conventional color wheel. That color wheel does have UV on it as well. This fixture is blazing fast. It's a 3-phase pan and tilt stepper motor system again. PowerCon in and out, LCD control panel, and we've got some customers who are using between 8 and 24 of these, and they just love them. They're brighter and faster than fixtures that cost 10 times as much.
Let's go over here. I think we've got one where
there you go. You can see what we're looking at. What am I looking at? That is the Nova.
Hang on, I want to get this one. We were just talking about.
That's the Torrent Streak.
There we go.
You can see the output on it. It's a very sexy fixture. Just to the left of that, you can see the Stiletto Z19. This is brand new as well. That's 19 of the same types of LEDs that are in the blockhead. They're Osram 15-watt, red, green, blue, white. What makes this so cool is it zooms. It's an 8 to 50 degree zoom. You can see the plate moving in and out.
Yeah.
And then we have 3 rings of different control. So it gives you some eye candy on the fixture, and then it also you can achieve a very tight beam or a super wide wash for shorter throw stuff. This also has 3-phase motors. Everything else that the other fixtures have too. PowerCon in and out. It has 3 and 5-pin DMX on it. It's a great fixture for wash use, and it has that little bit of eye candy too when you look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now you're looking at a couple of our brand new Nova fixture. This is a really unique fixture. If you'll see, there's 4 separate LEDs in there. They're 25-watt white LEDs, and this has a color wheel, but it really adds to the effect of this fixture. It's a red, green, blue, white color wheel. You can achieve tons and tons of colors, and then what makes this so cool is that there's 2 counter-rotating beam plates in there. So you can do things like a moonflower effect, and if you pan up, John, onto the banner up there, I don't know if you can get it, but you can see what the moonflower effect looks like. So that's one thing you can do with these.
That's Novas.
Yeah, that's the Nova.
Wow, they're doing, that's cool.
And then the other thing you can do with it is make it into a solid fat beam. and it is a big beam, and you're going to see it do that now. That red one, I think it's going to start doing. You can see what it looks like with a little bit of fog in the air too. And yeah, you can collimate that to a single beam as well. You can even have a quad color beam. It's pretty neat. That's definitely something that would be at home in a DJ's arsenal.
And that's brand new. And that's
Brand
the
new.
first time being shown.
First time anybody's ever seen this is here. Those are available as well right now. And yeah, they're it's very small, compact, lightweight fixture. It'd be great for a mobile DJ.
For sure.
A couple of the other things on this middle truss too. We've got the Switchblade Micro up there. We had these at the DJ Expo and they were a hit. People just love them. It's a single of that same Osram 15 watt red, green, blue, white LED. It has an 8-degree optic on it. You can see how nice that beam is there. Even in a super bright environment, you can still see that tiny little fixture clear as a bell.
Yeah.
And just to give you an idea how small that is, it's about the height of a tall boy beer can, and it's about as wide as, I don't know, about a roll of gaff tape.
Yeah.
Very, very small. Palm-sized fixture, super tiny, very fast too because it's so small. You could easily hang 4 or even 8 of those on a T-bar and have a really, really dynamic show. So right next to the Switchblade Micro there is the Lil G. This is the little brother of the G70. This is a 40 watt moving head. Again, incredibly small, incredibly small fixture. Smaller than the Nova, a little bit bigger than the Switchblade Micro, but it's a full-featured gobo spot, 40 watt gobo spot. It has rotating gobos in it. It's got a nice color wheel with 9 colors plus open, including UV. Then it's PowerCon in and out, LCD control panel. Really nicely made fixture. If you're doing small clubs or small events, again, a couple of these on a T-bar is really going to be a nice effect, and they're really reasonably priced as well. Okay, a couple more things to show you here. This is brand new as well. This is the EM Pulse. This is the grandmother of all LED strobes. This is pure audience abuse. It is extremely bright. You can see that it has 9 individually controllable sections if you choose. You can also control it as an entire unit all at once, or you can break it into 3s. This fixture looks exactly like a Martin Atomic when you strobe it. It does the blinder function, and unlike the Martin Atomic, you can hold that blinder for as long as you want. One of the things that I absolutely love about this thing is a lot of LED strobes, they look like LED strobes. This really and truly, when it's doing the typical LED or typical conventional strobe effect, it looks exactly like a high power conventional strobe light, like a Martin Atomic or an Elation Protron Star.
Sure.
This is totally fanless. The housing is it's a billet aluminum housing with integrated heatsink. It has PowerCon in and out. And if you need strobe, this will do it. I tell people the only thing it's missing is the smell of ozone, like you used to get from old strobe lights.
Oh.
And real quick, up on the top, you can see our brand new LED fog machine. So this is the Vesuvius with the capitalized UV. This Uvius. This has 6-in-1 LEDs around the nozzle, and it's a jet type fog machine. It has an LCD control panel. It has a little keychain wireless remote with it. It can do any color of fog. It also stops instantly as soon as it's turned off. So if you want it does like really convincing cryo type effect. And that's brand new as well. We're just it's been in the works for quite a while, but this is our first fog machine. We wanted to make sure we did it right, and so we've spent about the past year working on this, tweaking it, went through a lot of different iterations on it, and it's a really reliable unit. We've cycle tested these things for thousands of cycles, and they really work very well.
Yeah, and for those of you watching, you can't tell the colors as well as they were getting a really rich blue up there as that sequence went with some red here at the end. But
yeah, and the UV, and now if you see it kind of puttering, it's actually doing that on purpose. The program calls it for it to just barely output just a very little bit.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So you can get that wisp of smoke, or you can get the full jet. And we're actually not using a heavy fog fluid. This is actually a haze fluid. And even with that haze fluid, you still get a really nice jet.
So you can use either type of fluid with this?
Anything that's water-based, from a super light fluid, which is what we have in it, to a very heavy kind of blackout type fog fluid. That would give you the ultimate sort of cryo effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So we're getting to the end of all the cool stuff in the Blizzard booth, and now, Will, you got some IP-rated lights here. Let's talk about these.
Yep. These are all from our relatively new Tornado series. We came out with the initial Tornadoes, which were these two fixtures, about 6 months ago, and they've been really doing well. We have had the Tough Bar series for about 3 years, and we're still working with those. But this is there's some significant advantages with the new Tornado series, and that's why we really decided to bring on a new line. All of the dimming, all of the LED control that people like so much in the Tough Bar series, which is also the same in the Hot Box, Rock Box series. We have that same stuff all in these fixtures, with a couple of differences. First of all, these are IP65 plus rated call. We actually haven't tested the IP67, but we are keeping them with we're marketing them with an IP65 rating just to be conservative. Right now there are 3 large fixtures in the Tornado line. The one in the middle here is the Tornado IP COB. It's a 60-watt COB chip-on board LED in it with a very wide 85-degree reflector in it. It's excellent, very smooth, very even color mixing on a very wide field.
For sure.
And it is an RGB, but because of the way COBs mix color, you don't get that you don't get the banding and things that you do with a conventional light.
For sure. And it's shining right now.
Yeah.
You can see 50-some feet up on the ceiling,
Yep.
and it is overriding.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's a ton of output out of these.
Yeah.
This is very light. This is all fanless, convection cooled. And if I turn it around here, you can see some of the things that we did with the Tornado series. First of all, instead of having push buttons with a membrane over it, we have a touch-sensitive display on the back. So there's going to be no water ingress because there's actually no mechanical parts there. It's just it's a capacitive touch screen. So otherwise the menu system is very, very similar to the other fixtures, but that's a major advantage. And then the thing that personally has bothered me when I've been using outdoor rated fixtures, and I know that customers it can be a pain, is the cable. With the Tornadoes, we have an industry first removable power and DMX cable system that's also watertight. So if you don't need to have DMX output or DMX input, for instance, you don't need to have the big cable pigtails sitting there. And they're super easy to do too. You just plug them in and they twist in, and they're tight. They don't unplug, and they're waterproof. And we have extensions for these as well. We have 1 meter, 2 meter, and 3 meter and 5 meter extensions for both DMX and power. And these fixtures are all ETL approved. So the other 2 big guys here. This is the Tornado IP Beam. These are the same LEDs that are in things like the Switchblade Micro, Blockhead. It's an OSRAM LED, and it's 15 watts, red, green, blue, white, and it's a very narrow 8-degree beam. So everything else is the same on the back, the detachable cables, the capacitive touch-sensitive menu system, and this is the beam version. And then this is the most kind of general purpose of the 3. This is the Tornado IP EXA. So these EXA is our branding for 6-in-1 LEDs. This has 12 of them. They're 15 watts apiece, red, green, blue, amber, white, and UV. And on the back, all the same goodies that the other suit has.
Nice.
Now, for slightly smaller applications, we've got these guys. These are the Tour Cuties. Yeah. Well, we try to have fun names. So if you look at the back here, these do have this one is the IP rated version. These do have conventional pigtails. Unfortunately, the housing is just so small that we can't get those on there. But if you look here, it says wireless DMX built in, which is great. So this is an IP fixture with wireless DMX built in, same menu system and everything. 3 of the 15 watt 6-in-1 LEDs. If you don't need it waterproof, we've got the Tour Cutie without the IP protection. This has PowerCon in and out, regular DMX, wireless DMX built in, and this is just the indoor rated version. It's totally fanless, great for a little punch or accent light on a column. 3 of the 6-in-1 15 watt red, green, blue, amber, white LEDs in that.
Very nice.
And these are going to be around $150, so they're very reasonably priced. Yeah. And I think that's it.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff here at the show this year.
I'm glad to stop by.
Yeah. If people want more information, where can they go to find out more about the full Blizzard world?
Always always go to blizzardlighting.com. We're actually revamping our website as we speak. Should be a whole totally new website experience for the first of the year. Always feel free to visit us on Facebook, facebook.com/blizzardlighting. You can tweet with us. It's at blizzardlights, LITES, and the same thing on Instagram at blizzardlights, LITES. We've got people on monitoring it, answering questions. If you've got pictures you want to submit, send them to us. We'll send you some cool swag. Any questions, we're absolutely, obviously, willing to help you.
Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure, John.
Thanks for watching tonight on Wednesday Night Lighting with the Disc Jockey News and Disc Jockey News TV. Good night.